it's not always about your job role. It's about you as an individual.
Young people do that because they want to see how far their social is willing to go.
We have to help these young people prepare for real life.
You know what? There's more to us than just kicking a football and just rapping.
Yeah.
As a black man, I can be educated. What are you saying, people? It's another episode of The Social Worker and The Mentor. Hey, listen. Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. It's been a minute, you know.
It's been a minute, bro.
Bro, how you been? You been all right?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey.
Good. Trust me, I'm good. I'm good, man.
People, let me tell you, yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie to you because I know you ain't seen me and Rob in a minute, yeah? But listen, before we even got into filming, as soon as I saw this studio, listen, I was doing knee-high jumps.
Gas.
I was super gassed in it. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a mad thing, man.
Big movement,
Listen,
big
bro,
movements.
This is the year of elevation
Yes.
and growth.
That's
yeah?
it. That's what I want to see.
Right? Listen, you see, followers, yeah, practitioners,
Yeah.
whether you're a social worker,
Your mentor,
you're in
your
probation,
teacher.
you're a teacher, or you're in NHS, please, right? I want you to grow this year. Yeah, I want you to be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? Do not stand still. Do not settle.
No.
Right? There are specific job roles where sometimes we get a little bit dissatisfied.
Bruv, if it's not serving you, you do not need to stay.
You move on.
Yeah.
Right? You be great. Yeah. There are some social workers, they just think, oh, I don't want to be a social worker. Are you mad? Use them fantastic
Skills, yeah.
that you have and go into something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's youth justice or a charity or
Yeah.
NHS or
Because your
school.
skill set is so wide. You
it's
can go anywhere and everywhere.
It's massive.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
guys. I'm telling you.
So this is the year of growth.
Growth
yeah?
and elevation.
Right? You know the thing already.
Yeah.
man.
But guys, honestly, I want to say, yeah, thank you so much because, you know, me and Rob are coming up to 2 years doing the podcast, yeah.
Already?
Yeah, bruv, 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Started
And
COVID, you know?
I'm telling you. And we've had a lot of brilliant feedback from the podcast as to how we are. Like, this is me and Rob. Like, do you know what I'm saying? This is we're we're doing this because we want to be able to talk about topics that are affecting our sector. Do you know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah,
I mean,
appreciate
recently we had our most recent podcast event at University of Hertfordshire.
Oh, amazing.
So all I'm saying is that we've had so many requests from students. Nana, can you come to my uni? Come and do a lecture. Me and Rob, we did a co-lecture at Christchurch, Canterbury University as well. So listen, me and Rob were there.
One thing I want to say, so the website should be done this week actually, right? Yeah.
Yeah, wicked.
If ever you want to like book us for workshops or Nana does our mentoring.
I'm mentoring students already and ASYEs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a booking system that you can basically just contact us basically.
Yeah.
And it will show all the above. But we'll let you know as soon as that comes and everything. And yeah, man, we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And everything.
But you know what to do, guys. I mean, guys, listen, yeah. Don't forget, yeah.
No, it's in the middle, bro.
It's right in the middle there.
Yeah.
You see it there?
Somewhere
The
there.
little ding. You should see it now.
It's free,
Ting,
you know?
it's free.
It's free.
You know, you like, subscribe, and share. Like I keep saying, people, listen, I keep telling you, like the panel is back, so our guests are coming on.
Yeah.
Remember, yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok,
Yep.
we're on Twitter,
coming.
we're on Spotify.
Yep.
Yeah. Our Patreon's coming up very soon. We're gonna be on Apple.
CPD.
And, yeah,
Mad.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can use the podcast for your CPD, and bro, we got so many projects.
There's a lot. But don't tell them.
Yeah, we're going to tell you what we got
There's
coming
a lot
on.
happening,
We're going to tell you. But anyway, the first episode of the new year, I want to go into it.
Let's go
it's
into
one
it.
that me and you've been talking about for quite a bit. About, I think you've been asking about local authority and social work.
Yeah, so like, you know, I'm very big on male mentorship, yeah, or male influence. I'm very big on that because I feel, especially with our young people, like, you know, they need to have that male figure, right? Yeah. But also women provide a sense of nurturing,
Yeah.
you know, love, care, yeah,
And that maternal.
yes,
Yeah.
which is needed,
Which is needed, yeah.
But one thing I've noticed, right, yeah, is that I see a lot of male mentors, I see a lot of male teachers,
Yeah.
but I don't see a lot of male social
workers. Yeah. Nah.
And I'm thinking, and the ones I do see, they're good, but we're outnumbered, you know, bro. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Do you know what it is, bruv? I mean, social work historically, bruv, has always been a female dominated profession.
Yeah.
It was seen as very much a nurturing profession, which is why you've got a lot of women who are in social work, and I think it's brilliant. Yeah. But I do think actually there needs to be men in social work. And there are men, Rob, in social work. I mean, you have male managers who are in social work. Like I said, I'm a team manager. you know, you've got men who are heads of service, men who are directors as well. But I agree with you that men need to become a social worker, because I think there's some cases that we work as social workers where, you know, I've had it where the parents are saying, actually, you know what? He needs a man. Like recently, I remember there was a young person in my team allocated to a social worker, and the mum and the social worker were not getting on.
Yeah.
So the mum said she wanted to change the social worker. The social worker ended up leaving my team.
Yeah.
But what happened is, brother, is that I stepped in to be the social worker and the manager for the young person. And the mum said, Nana, can you stay on the case? Obviously, I can't, because I'm the team manager. But I agree with you, Rob. I think that men need to come to social work. There needs to be, I'd say, you know, particularly like with black men, because I think in our sector, and you're right, bruv, like, men are definitely in like youth offending and mentoring.
Yeah.
But I think there are men coming in, but do we need more? I think we do need a lot more men. We do.
Well, because I don't see it. As I said before, like, you know, I work across, you know, quite a few local authorities and different sectors and different departments, but I just don't see it, brother. Like, I literally don't see it. I'm thinking, right, where are they? And I know sometimes, like, you know, we may all work like in a particular local authority or whatever, whatnot, and obviously some boroughs might have more than others and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, when I'm actually just reflecting on, let's say the last 10 years, for example.
Yeah.
The last 10 years, I rarely see any male social workers, and it'd just be interesting to, like, you know, have a conversation with them, maybe even get them on the panel, right? Yeah, you know.
But Rob, bro, this is the thing though. I've spoken to some men, and I've said to them to come onto the podcast and social, and they're like, they don't want to come on. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And like, for me, it's trying to understand the reason why you don't want to come on. You know what I'm saying? And why is it that with the men, if they're in social work, you know, Robert, I mean, some of them, they may kind of do like child protection, but they may not go and stay into it for a long period. And I think there needs to be representation, because even, Rob, in terms of like leadership, for example, I mean, I've spoken to a lot of social work colleagues, and even in terms of how they're managed as well. Some say they prefer men who are the managers, because they say that actually if they have and guys, like I said, this is not me baiting anybody out, but I'm just saying the feedback that I've had is that so most of my team are women that I manage.
No, I've heard that as well.
But
you know why I've heard that? Because most females or most women social workers, remember, they're strong women. Yeah, like they got strong values, strong leadership skills.
Yeah.
And that doesn't matter whether you're just a manager or not. Yeah, just overall.
Yeah.
You're tuned and you're trained to have strong leadership skills. And I think sometimes what tends to happen is that when you've got so many strong women with strong leadership skills,
they clash.
They clash, don't they?
Yeah, and that's what I've heard as well. And because a lot of times I've heard colleagues go and say that actually I prefer to have a man as a manager, because actually he's just very, very calm and cool, whereas actually clash and that balance as well. No, but Rob, I think there needs to be men in social work.
No, for me it's important. I'll tell you the reason why it's important.
Because you were shocked when you met me, innit?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is as well. So the ones I did meet were quite, they weren't young. You know, they was of a specific age, right? Yeah, and this is me not being discriminated, because you know, it's very important that, you know.
No, bro, I know what you want to say. You can say it, bro. You can say it.
You know, so I just found at the time, well, so I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna use 10 years as an example now. So in the last 10 years, and you know, I don't want to say my word again. The world is changing, right?
Yeah, you always say that the world is changing. Every episode, the world is changing. The world is changing. The world is changing. But elevation now, I hear you, bro.
But like, okay, so but in the last 10 years, you've got to be very relatable and understand
and current
what is going on in the world, right?
Yeah.
You need to know street slang, music,
hotspots,
the media, right? You need to know what's going on with your young person, right? Yeah. And to know that, right? Yeah. You have to study what's going on the road.
Yeah.
You have to know what's going on social media.
It's true.
You have to know how do I use Instagram? How do you use Snap?
Yeah.
How can I check it?
Yeah.
Can I keep an eye on my young person, right?
Nah.
Yeah. You need to know, right?
Yeah.
Now, this goes back to, I suppose, to a degree, training. But sometimes managers or the local authority don't have time. But you got to do that training. You've got to do input and be skilled in everything, yeah?
But the social workers that you've gone and seen, Rob, the men that you've seen, do you think that the ones who were in, do you think their practice is outdated?
All right, I'm going to be honest with you. 6 years ago, I felt that their practices were very outdated. Yeah. Very, very, very outdated. Now, remember, we're talking about London now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously, but guess what? I've actually met male social workers in Glasgow and Edinburgh. Oh my gosh, they're on it.
They're on point.
They're on point. They're on point. And I think in Glasgow, they view the men them as a necessity because obviously you're dealing with some. Remember, you're dealing with also with religion, Catholics and Protestants.
Yeah.
You know, so but once again, that's in Edinburgh.
Yeah,
Glasgow,
yeah.
But in London now, I feel like you need strong, younger men because the thing is as well, like they really want someone who they can like relate to.
No, it's true.
Right?
It's true.
I said once again, this is me not being.
But it's your observations from what you've seen in it.
I'm not trying to discriminate. I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing because when you work with young people, right? Yeah, it's about relating to them, right? So in some senses, so example, I've got work colleagues that have said, oh, these teachers are getting younger and younger.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In one sense, it is good. In one sense, it's not good because in one sense, it's when you're a teacher, you know, you want to relate to your pupil, right? Yeah, to a degree. Right?
Yeah.
And maybe the age range is not too far away from the pupil, so it's almost like, oh, they're looking at the teacher as a big sister or a big brother figure.
Yeah. I hear you.
But then at the same time as well, when you try to put down authority now, how does that work? Oh, you're my age. Are you mad? You can't talk to me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think for male social workers, I think for me it's a necessity now because with so much broken homes now, and obviously we've got the gun and knife crime. You know,
you need a man.
you need a man. Yeah.
I hear you.
As I said before, I just think it's needed, and I want to see more because I just think
Because Rob, because even at university, Rob, I mean, look at the event we last did. Most of the students, it will always be social workers who are women who will sign up to it, and it's good. But the thing is that I think for me maybe it's how social work is depicted to men. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Because like you see like yacht.
Yeah.
You defending, yeah. Bro, there's always mandem there's mandem who's always there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So even sometimes when I would go to yacht and I'd be like, oh right, I'm the social worker. They're like, oh right, Nana's mandem as well, isn't it? Like, okay, he's from the ends. All right, cool.
Do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I think it is?
What?
I think the reason why maybe there's not a lot of men is because maybe they don't find the job role appealing.
Do you know what? All right, you see,
Because
you know what? On a deeper frequency, now I think you're right. You know?
I'll tell you the reason why. When you think of youth offending, you think of all right. You think of okay, I'm a professional. I'm a man, and I need to get my hands into helping these children get on the right track. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
But when you're a social worker now, it's paperwork.
Yeah.
You still got to do the same with youth offending or probation, right? Yeah. But you're very much hands-on with that young person still. Right, yeah. So example, I don't know, Timmy, where are you? Timmy's been arrested at the police station. You know how to deal with him. Do you understand? Like, you know, you get your
you get stuck in straight away.
Yeah, you're getting stuck in. You're making a massive difference in that young person's life. Not saying that you're not, but maybe I'm thinking men don't find it as attractive. Job-wise.
Yeah.
You know, because
And bro, potentially, bro, what you're saying is right. There might be a lot of men who might be like, bro, I ain't gonna be a social worker. That's long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That the job role itself is not attractive to them. Hence why, like, even when I've asked and said, oh, like, man, them come. The social workers who I know who are men, come onto the podcast, they're saying, nah, they ain't on it. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
And you made a good point earlier, bruv. You know, so we've been to a couple of universities recently.
Yeah.
And I see no men.
There's no men.
We saw 3 the other day.
No, but they weren't even social workers though, bruv.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro.
They weren't social workers.
So let me ask you, as a team leader and as a seasoned social worker, is that alarming to you? Is it worrying?
It is, Rob.
In the long run.
In the long run, Rob, it is worrying because I think the complexity of the cases that we're dealing with, and it's not to disregard or downplay any of my colleagues who are women, because I think women in social work is absolutely needed. But I think there are cases that are worked that, and like I said, it's feedback I've had from families saying that he needs a man, he needs a male social worker. Yeah. That's not to say that a social worker who's a woman is not able to do the job. It might be the type of case or the type of young person you might go and say, well, actually, you know what? He needs a male social worker. But then again, even if you have a male social worker, what is that man's practice like? Bruv, I can tell you, like right now with me, bruv, The way that, and you know me, because we worked on cases. The way that I work in social work, how I practice, when I work with young people, they know I know what go on.
Yeah,
they know I know what time it is. They know.
Yeah, but bruv, once again, you're far from few. That's the
Yeah.
This is also the point I'm making.
Yeah.
You're far from few.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're gonna do now? What I think we should do now, right? Yeah. Actually, I'm actually gonna do what we should start to do now when we do these sort of episodes. I think me and you should do some research.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
We get the official figures or the stats or the pie chart.
Yeah.
And we have it on the screen. So,
And start beaming it up there for you guys to see. Yeah.
So we can see how many males work in specific local authorities
yeah.
in social work. Because I'm curious as well, bro.
I'm curious because
I'm curious, bro.
No, it is. But also, Rob, as well, I'm gonna even take it a bit further. Black men.
Yeah.
Because even in social work as well, there's black men who are in social work. Do you know what I'm saying? So they are, but it's a small minority. I think that even in terms of men, you might get more white men going to social work than you will do with black men. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So if you look at the comparisons with the cohorts, I'd say that with men being a small minority, you will tend to find potentially more white men who go into social work than black men who go into social work. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? But if the black men do go to social care field, they're always going into yacht. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And that's not to say that in yacht, you do need men in yacht, 100%. But also you need women in yacht as well. Because even like...
But once again, look, you can already see like why. Okay, so once again, it's what I was saying earlier. And once again, this is me not being biased or, this is just generic
conversation, what we're seeing,
just generic conversation that I see. So you've got social care and you've got youth offending. So when you think of youth offending, you think of young people, gangs, holding up, guns and knives.
Yeah, contextual safeguarding, drug dealing.
Right. So it's almost like, right, I need a man to sort this young person out.
Yeah.
But let's not get it twisted. We have some very strong and fantastic women. Also,
absolutely.
Also doing that job role.
Yeah.
But there seems to be this stigma where it's like probation or youth offending is a man's thing.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you see all the man them.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And then with social work, it's more of the nurturing.
The love. So then the love
the
and it's women.
It's women, isn't it?
Women. Yeah.
It's almost like that the elements or the ingredients of both jobs have specific things.
And that's very, very powerful what you said in it in terms of how the job is depicted. And is it that if social work is deemed as like a very, very nurturing role, because you know what? Funny enough, someone asked me and said to me that it's about, can men in social work be nurturers?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a very good question.
And because one guy said to me that, like even me in social work, it's like that can a man in social work be nurturing? And a man can. I absolutely agree. Can a man can. And actually, I've had colleagues who are women saying, we actually need more men to be in social work. Yeah. But if you look at Rob, like the hierarchy as well, because this is the thing, because I remember when I did a post on community care about women in social work. In terms of leadership, Rob, you do get a lot of men in leadership arenas. So myself being a team manager, my manager's he's a man, service manager. My assistant director's a man, director's a man. But then I know a lot of women, Rob, who in social work who are directors and heads of service. Yeah. So you've got it there, but men are still the minority. But I would say, like, guys, that I would encourage like men or men who are thinking about going to social work. And like I said, it's not me discrediting the work that social work colleagues who are women do. Absolutely fantastic. But I do think that we need to have a lot of men come into the profession.
Yeah, we do.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's about representation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I'm also speaking to black men as well. I know a lot of black men, all the men that will always go into yacht, gangs work, youth offending. That standard, we should be there.
I think
but we should also try and get ourselves into social work, because you need it.
No, it's needed. I think it's like in any job. Let's make it appealing.
Yeah.
Because the ones, when I ask certain professionals, why do you want to be a social worker? I know, Robert, I'm not back at university. The paperwork's too long. It's too much paperwork.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go out into the field and help the young person.
Yeah.
And they're true. I mean, sorry, they're right. Sorry, but yeah.
So you don't think that the course a social work is appealing to men?
I don't feel right. Okay, so the job is appealing, right? Yeah.
Because, but the paperwork isn't.
Right, because it's a job of change. You're helping, aren't you? Right? Yeah. But it's somewhat comes with the job. You're doing so much paperwork that it takes you away from their real job, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
There was a time probation and youth offender was like that, but now they've orchestrated a way where you're doing half and half, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's manageable paperwork, and it's important paperwork. You know, just like
Social work.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to a degree, it's right though. I mean, as I said before, you're one of the few male social workers I know that also talk up as well. But that's another thing as well.
Yeah.
I don't see many male social workers talking up.
No, we don't.
I see a few online.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, and actually there's quite a lot online, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking man them in London, like where are you?
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's what we need.
Talk.
Like you need like Mandem, in London, yeah. Cause bruv, I would love to see Mandem in this field, honestly, because I think you get Mandem in this field, bruv, shake up the whole thing. Yeah. I would love to see Mandem coming into this job, being social workers, shaking it up, switching it up. Yeah. You know, like I said, like online platform, like we know people, like big up man like Curtis and Ash. Yeah. Like we know the man who doing the thing, but we need more. We actually do need more. And I think that with young people, they will appreciate it too. Because like I said, that's how like people, you know, with what Rob is saying, Rob was shocked because obviously like when we worked together on a case before, the last social worker, Rob didn't think that the last social worker was up to date and current. And you know what, Rob, it might be the approach I have as well. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? That actually that the kind of social worker I am as a man is different. How I navigate is different. Yeah. So that's also part of it as well.
100%, yeah. Because as I said before, look, everyone has different strategies and ways of talking to young people, right? Yeah. And some may say, oh yeah, I've been a social worker longer than you. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how you could be a social worker for 20 years, yeah. If I've been a social worker for 10 years and my people skills is better than yours, I'm going to get through. Yeah. Right, yeah? Because I've seen in education where there's some teachers that have been teachers for 30 years, our next teacher's been a teacher for 5 years, and the teacher for 5 years is actually getting more engagement from the pupils than the teacher for or because qualified. The people skills or what's relevant wasn't current with that teacher's teaching. If that makes sense, do you know what I mean? But listen, there was a nice, sweet...
Hey, listen, that was a nice episode to kick off, you know?
It was a nice piece of cake.
Nah, it was, you know, it was.
And, but nah, on the real, I would love to see more male social workers.
We need to get more men in this thing.
Yeah, I think what you said just now about the nurturing, I feel men need to nurture these young boys into becoming men. And guiding them more with love.
Bruv, say that again.
Do you understand? Yeah.
Say that again.
Men need to be nurturing these young boys with more love and just showing them how to be a man. Yeah. Right. And I think that's a necessity. And I think we know with female practitioners, they already give the love. They will already give that already innately. It's a standard thing, bro. But we know, unfortunately, in our line of work, there are so many single parent families. And a lot of boys and girls who don't have father figures. So sometimes, you know, if we get more males to sort of like, I'm not trying to say fully, you know, fill that void. They can add some, you know, have a little input. Yeah, but like, it's about Rob that equity. That's what it's about, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? 100%. So absolutely, guys. Like I said, for me, I would definitely encourage men come into social work. Do you know what I mean? Like, come into social work. There needs to be representation there. Yeah. This is not me discrediting the women out there, because you know what, like I said, all my mentors have all been women in social work, you know what I'm saying? And they've got me to this place where I am today. 100%. So don't get it twisted. This is not about me. Listen, my mentors are female. Yes. Exactly. So me and Rob are not saying anything to that. We're just saying that actually, you know what? There needs to be men coming into social work. And I think that will also help as well. Do you know as well? To be honest with you, I'm just curious. I mean, because listen, I don't know. Like, no, bro, the thing's not appealing. I'll be real with you. I don't think social work is appealing to men. Yeah, I'll be real. I'm just curious as a professional. I'm just thinking, wow, because I've been, you know, in this industry for, you know, just under 20 years, right? Yeah, and I'm just thinking, hang on a minute, I don't really see male social workers. No, but Rob, I think I'm curious. But bro, I think that's the whole thing. I think, bro, that it's not appealing. Like, I'm not saying that because if it's because me, I could have ducked out. I'm saying I'm still here because I got my journey. But I'm saying that I just feel that the whole thing right now is not appealing to men. Yeah. So I think that's the main thing. But guys, listen, man, like, this is an important episode. I think representation is important. 100%. But yeah, come on, man. Let's get man them in. 224, the year of growth, elevation. Come on. Right? Be great. This is the year of being mature. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, yeah. And don't forget, like, subscribe, the button in the middle. Bruv, we're here, yeah. The big ting, screen ting here. Crazy. We're here, yeah. Crazy. But listen, Social Worker and Mentor, we're back.
But guys, we will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in, yeah? Take care.
Peace.